Hello, I'm here because I'm redoing this because my first take took like 30 minutes. I know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna try and quickly explain what I need to what that's the important info for this game. Okay, so this is Infamy. It's important to skill building because you get Infamy by going to level 100, doing an Infamy, and then boost. You get one Infamy, but you're back to level 0. However, you get bonuses, and the first one is fine, but these four are important because they will give you a 10% decrease in like how much they cost, or not really how much they cost, but it allows you to fit more skills. So you gotta choose what order is most important to you. Are you going to use Enforcer a lot, or Ghost? Ghost is more for dodging. Enforcer is probably good for you because you're an armor build. Technician has some useful stuff, and Mastermind. I would say both these two are good for you because you're armor builder, and Mastermind is just overall good. So yeah, just let that be known because I have a link in below for uh, a thing that has all these builds for each perk deck, and all of them use Infamy 5. Infamy 5 will allow you to fit a lot more skills in. Let's talk about important skills. I'm going really fast, so it doesn't take forever. Inspire Aced allows you to revive people from afar and revive them instantly. This is so powerful, I might even say it's necessary for a build. This is Iron Man. Iron Man is Aced will give you the most heavy armor in the game with the most armor points, and basic just increases your armor anyway. Also, you're gonna want a thing that gives you secondaries, like example, Doctor, Combat Doctor, or Uppers will say give you more Doctor bags and increase the amount of charges, and this will just give you a ton of medkits. Hostage Taker can be good depending on the build, but it takes a lot to get it. It's a lot of points, so it'll give you health regen for the amount of hostages you have. I'm not gonna go over like the weapon important ones. Just know that Overkill Basic is all you need. You don't need to ace it. Secondly, we have this is good if you're running LMGs, and you probably are. LMGs are great for armored users. It basically makes body shots do a lot of the damage headshots would do. Surefire increases the amount of bullets by 15, and can pierce armor. Lock and load allows you to hip fire while sprinting. That's important for you. Parkour allows you to be faster. You need this for an armor build because you're gonna be super slow, and allowing that speed makes it so you can actually go places without being too much of a headache. And 9 lives allows you to get down another time. That ace is almost used in every build. You'll see. So, alright, now that's done. I want to get to the important weapons. Last video I talked about these. These LMGs are genuinely pretty good. It's more a choice of what you like. Like, what would you rather have? More damage or a bigger magazine? You're probably going to do bigger magazine. What else? What else is super important? If you're going sniper rifles, Platypus is a must. It is very nice, and I generally recommend it. What else? We'll talk about the saw later, because that's for a support. There's a certain skill you can get that will allow you to have it in a secondary spot, which is useful for if you have a support player. Alright. Sorry, I'm going so fast. I don't want this video to take too much time. Okay, so for other guns, Union 5.56 is a pretty good rifle, but you're probably gonna go with the LMGs. The machine pistols are great for dodge players, and the ISMA is like the best gun in the game if you're going for low concealment and you're like like this with Stoic, I can live forever. Stoic is so good. Okay, so now we will talk about. Those are some of the important ones. I'm gonna let you know. Do not use the minigun. Ellen, that 7-second time will get. You won't be able to defend yourself from a cloaker. Secondaries, arbiter grenade launcher is key. It's got a 5 in the magazine, 15 total ammo, and good pickup. The Judge shotgun with explosive rounds. Judge is already concealed, so having explosive rounds, if you want to have a lot of concealment and you're running dodge, that's good. That's genuinely good. What else? Street Sweeper is also good for when you build in certain ways. Alright. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that is super good for secondaries. The Parabellum pistols, they do like the damage of fucking revolvers, but they have a magazine. And for like pistol builds, it's terrifying. It is really good. Dynamite, the advantage over explosive dynamite is they can't be shot out of the air. Alright, this is the one I'm gonna have to go through quick. Rogue is a perk deck that is used a lot. It's simple, and it's just a really good build for dodge players. Armor, it's not as good as the other armor ones, but it's still nice. Burglar, great for stealth if you're doing stealth. Grinder, if you have a lightweight suit or ballistic vest, you get access to this like region if you keep like hitting enemies. Not killing, hitting. So if you have fire that does damage over time, that's gonna add to it. Alright, okay. Maniac is great for an armored support player. They allow Hysteria stacks there'll be this blue thing around you when you start killing guys. That's Hysteria stacks. They're basically a cover. So when the blue stacks, they'll get shot. You get shot. When that all goes away, then you'll take damage to your armor. It basically is like another thing covering you for, all your armor goes and you have to get, and you'll die. So, Anarchist is you're gonna have tons of armor, but you're gonna have not as much health, and dealing damage will get you armor. You don't have the instant recharge when you go undercover and by cover and don't get hit. Stoic is hard to describe. For a better explanation, for a good explanation, the Stoic video in the perk deck playlist. You don't have to run the perk, but it will fully explain what it does. I generally recommend that playlist because it gives you a good idea of in the future of like what you see many players use. Alright, so we got weapons, skills, perk decks, and infamy down. Melee, you don't really see much for melee. I'll go over this. Don't take armor. Don't take body bags, of course, to allowed. And explosives are mainly used for when you don't have a saw and you need to blow something up. That's one of their useful things. You're probably gonna want one armor bag and one med bag with you for any mission. Let's talk about missions. Ones to look out for.
Someone tipped the cops off about suspicious activity at the safe house.
So, let's start with some pretty important ones. Let's take. I need to find it. It is the most evil of levels, only known as Big Oil. Big Oil is I'm gonna have a video in the description for the Big Oil because you have to get this engine. There's tons of engines in a floor, but you need to figure out which engine is right. But in like solo queue, if someone bags all the engines, you're there for like 4 hours just randomly guessing which bag is the right engine. It's a pain. I recommend you stay away from this until you fully understand how you get the engines working. Alright, let's talk about cooking meth, becoming a meth chef. Alright, so Outline Miami, acid soda chloride. anything that isn't rats or cook-off, it's acid soda chloride always. Now we get to rats. Rats, I don't want to waste too much time, but there's a genuinely great video in the description that will go over the directions and how to not explode the lab and it ruin the entire thing. Some good levels to start with and get good money is Hotline Miami, First World Bank. Those are some great levels, but they're not super big. Now Big Bank and the Golden Grand Casino and the Diamond, they're huge, and they might be a little bit too difficult for even Overkill. And Overkill is considered not that hard. Anyway, I have now fully ranted as fast as I can about everything, like everything you need to know, a basic overview of everything. I just want to say thank you, Badger, for the 2 years of content. I just wanted to make this because, you provided me so many laughs for me and my brother that, well, why not I return the favor? Anyway, bye. Alright.